And now we're on to the back window, around the rear window. Now TMI will give you a section basically for the top portion and the sides of the rear window. Some other companies will give you one big square, and you will basically install it like we installed the padding with one big square section and just cut out the center. But for this headliner, we're going to be doing the top portion and the sides, and then I'll show you what we do for the bottom section. So just get your spray glue, and I pretty much mask off the top first and spray that, and then we spray the material. But you got to remember, it goes dry on dry, and you want both sections glued. So I usually start from the center and work my way out, and I basically did a dry run of it before I did this, so you kind of measure the the distance and the length from each side to each side, rather. You don't want to be short on one side, but they give you pretty much a good amount of material to work with. So, and basically just massage it with your hand. And that top portion, make sure it's the headliner is glued down around that lip area. Same with the bottom. And like I said, it's you can pull it up and then just massage it back down if you see any wrinkles. That's what's great about spray glue. The glue is sufficient enough to you can pull it off and then just reapply it. Okay, so you want to glue it up to that lip area. And what I did is I glued it around the top portion of the lip. So it would basically, you don't see it, but you glue up and over it. Now for the side portion, start tucking it into the grippers on the side there. You might want to use that putty blade and just start tucking it in there. Later on we'll cut off the excess. So as you can see here, you just want to keep tucking it into those side grippers. And just keep working your way around. Now you start going into the window area and glue to that lip that's inside there. That is around the window opening. Okay, just keep massaging. If you see any wrinkles, pull it up and tighten it again. Not too bad. And what I'm doing here is, of course, with my X-Acto knife, just cutting off the excess that was tucked into the grippers there. Some places are stubborn, just get the putty blade again and tuck it back in. Those grippers will eventually be hammered down to hold a strip later on. And make sure then to also use that putty blade to tuck above the back window section. You'll see in a second. I'm going to tuck that back portion in there. There you go, just like that. And make sure, like I said, you glue up there too. Same deal here. The carpet will go up and over this section and tuck into there, so you kind of want to cut off this excess piece right here. Okay. And again, the putty blade, and tuck it back in. Now here we're going to cut off the around the window opening. Just give yourself a good ½ inch, or even more if you want to, just to be safe. Because you're going to want that extra ½ inch to wrap around to the outside of the car and glue to the lip. So you don't want to cut it along the body. You want to give yourself some room. You see, I got like a good ½ inch to 1 inch of material hanging off. Just gently go down. Make sure again you have a sharp blade, because the blade should be able to cut right through. If it's having a difficult time trying to cut, then you could tear the headliner. There's that 1/2 inch to 1 inch of extra material left over. Make some of those relief cuts around the corners, because you're going to need to, pull it over and glue it. You could use a scissor as well for this part. Okay, so you get your spray adhesive, and like I said, make sure you get the right one with the correct nozzle. If you get the one with the standard nozzle, you wind up spraying the car along the body, and it'll be a lot of work for you to then take that stuff off. Another way to take the glue off the body is you could actually use WD-40 on a rag, and it'll come off as well. But save you some time, just get the right nozzle. So again, dry on dry. Let it set up and get tacky, and then she should glue just fine. Some people use like clothespins here, or clips to hold the headliner in place. Sometimes I do that, but I mean, you don't necessarily have to. As long as the glue is set up correctly and is tacky enough, you should be alright. I never really had to put clips down to hold it. Glue is strong enough. Just use your fingers and pull it nice and tight. Just keep massaging it, and she'll look alright. Then you can cut off the excess again with your X-Acto. Sometimes you might even want to go back inside the car and glue this portion so you can see how it looks from the inside. And there you go. And like I said, with that top portion above the back window, you want that headliner to glue behind